Welcome to another episode, everyone. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. And this is indeed part 2 of these fake Hoover members that tried to off me, delete me, unalive me, poison me. Now, someone said in the comments, man, you shouldn't have beat up your young homie inside of the cell. What did he do wrong? Or perhaps you misunderstood. Perhaps the fault lies with me. I didn't explain it correctly. No, sir. Yes, I should have attacked him. It is true that I was trying to get close to him in order to get close to his sister, if you will. But I already knew them, and it didn't really matter. I didn't have to do that. But I was trying to protect this individual because of that and because of his family. Nevertheless, I didn't even eat the food that day because I was convinced, once he told me the story, that these individuals wanted him to poison my food, that he had at least contemplated it. If not, was going to act it out. He had pondered the thought. And he can no longer be trusted. In the cell with me, I can't be around someone who can potentially poison my food. So no, he had to be attacked, and he was. Now, I hollered at Lil Duck from 11 Deuce Hoover, rest in peace. Someone told me in the comments also that I should start maybe just saying different names so that I can get deep into the content, because I often say, I'm not going to say this and say that because I don't want to name the person. And that makes sense, and I thought about that before. Thank you for that. And because I need to tell some of these stories. I need to get some of these stories off my chest. But the stories are gruesome. Some of them, they're bad. And they're bad for some of these people that's still around. I know for a fact they're still around. They're OGs, some of them in their hood. They wasn't necessarily OGs at the time that some of these things transpired there behind the walls. So I've been rather careful. As I said, there's plenty of content and stories I could be doing. But I'm going to have to get into some of them and perhaps just change the names of the individuals, if not change the gangs, or maybe not say this specific gang, or maybe I will in some cases. Nevertheless, I'm going to get more into my storytelling again, but I'm just going to have to change up some of the names. But I can speak on this situation and this name, and this is Lil Duck from 11 Deuce Hoover. Now, Lil Duck was a strong individual. He passed away, as I said. He was killed in Long Beach at a party not long after he got out of YTS. I believe this happened in 1995. This is the brother of Big Duck. At any rate, a little off topic, but I had learned some time ago that whenever I am in a situation to go and get someone as far as to assist me that cares about me, and I want you all to understand this and understand the reasons for this. When something happens to you or you are involved in a situation, of course, you don't want to involve your loved ones or get them into a situation. But if you didn't bring the situation upon yourself and you need to rectify it and get out of the situation, then you want to get someone who cares about you. I was often wondering, how come my homies always call me either when it's time to move, they need help moving because they think I can just pick up a whole refrigerator and take it from point A to point B. Like, bro, get a U-Haul. And then they call me when it's time to put out a fire. Oftentimes, to this day. Since I've been out of prison now, they call me when it's time to put out a fire. But I know that the reason for this is because they know that I care about them, these certain individuals, and that indeed I'll do what I need to do to protect their lives. And when I get into a situation, like I was saying before, last week or so, some individual some homie that I don't know, have never met. This is all the way off story. I'm sorry. Get out of here if you don't want to hear this. the homie that I never met text me, or whatever on Messenger, talking about how come when I go to Las Vegas, I don't kick it with the homies. I end up blocking his weird ass. I'm sure he might see this. I don't care. Bro, I don't know you. If I get into a situation, you have no personal stake in this to make sure I make it home. Other than we from the same gang, man, damn that shit. The people that I hang out with, that I'm going to kick it with, and that I'm going to call when I'm in a situation are going to be the people that I know care about me. Because when they come to take care of the business and they see something happening to me, they're not going to sit there and let it happen because they care about me. That's it. So I went and got someone who I know personally cared about me. Lil Duck personally cared about me. It was a gang of Hoovers there in YTS. I wouldn't holler at the one that I know cared about me personally. And I got the exact reaction that I expected because he cares about me. He was outraged, incensed, in disbelief, as was I, that these individuals had put Cupcake up to try to poison me. Now, Lil Duck know Cupcake too. We all from the same section. He knows him from the streets as well. And so Lil Duck simply said, bro, okay, look, these dudes gotta go now. They gotta get up out of here immediately. All of them, including Cupcake. I readily agreed. The perfect response. Just what I needed. Just what the doctor ordered. I have the green light, the go-ahead from the big homie, from my loved one. At the time, understand that I was 19 years old. And so, part two, I've already went on and on about all kinds of other stuff. It's not a whole lot to it. As someone said in the comments, we already know what happened. You smashed them and that was it. Yeah, indeed. It's not a lot to it, bro. It wasn't a whole lot of strategy involved. The rest of the homies, of course, found out what happened as well. To their credit, everyone was upset. Not just Lil Duck. All of the homies were outraged. We didn't respect these two individuals to begin with. As I said, we only had them around to have them around, to serve a purpose. They were not official. So this really compounded the outrage. These dudes are not even real. They trying to take you out. These dudes crazy. So the only strategy really was that Cupcake had to be the individual to kick it off, since they had tried to put him up to tamper with my food. He had indeed contemplated doing just that. I told Cupcake, Lil Duck told Cupcake, bro, we gonna go to their cell at chow time, at dinner time. They open up all the cells right there on the tier. This is where a lot of the mayhem happens. This is where a lot of the blood is shed at chow time. When they open up it's only one police up there inside of the tower, open up all of these cells, and everybody's coming out, a big old crowd. So you have a chance to run in the cell, take care of business. This is what S-Bone and them did when I told that story. This is how it happens in TS all the time at that time. So told Cupcake, get your blammer, and you go up in there, and we gonna be right there with you, and you start swinging your thing first. You. But then, me and Lil Duck had said to one another, at the Cupcake started swinging the knife on these two fake members, then me and Lil Duck are gonna take out the fake members and Cupcake at the same damn time. Little Duck is a beast, small in stature, but extremely big in heart. A major factor. I knew this going in. I've seen him perform more than once without any hesitation whatsoever. He felt like Cupcake needed to be taken out. He was hell-bent on that. He was steadfast that Cupcake had to go. Well, what am I going to say? No, bro. Let's get everyone but him. I'm going to stay in the cell with him. I want his sister. Okay. The homie say he got to go. He got to go. I agree. Went down there, dinner time, same day. No hesitation. Went down there, dinner time the same day. Me and the Little Duck, we got our thing. Cupcake is with us. He got his thing. We go to the cell door. The two fake members, they got the little glass right there on the door. You can see out of the cell. They see what's going on. They see all three of us at the door. They know at this point, certainly. What are they here for? They know when everything happens at chow time right now. They're not here to talk. This is about to go all back. Indeed, it is. They cracked the cell door, and all three of us rushed in there. Now, me and Little Duck, we're behind Cupcake. Again, the agreement is that he's going to go in there first and start swinging. And he did that. We rushed in there, and Cupcake pulled out his thing, and the two fake members, they like, what's up, bro? What's up? And, ain't nobody saying anything. The time for conversation is long gone. It has come and go. Cupcake, he starts swinging his thing. And the two fake members, as expected, are hooping and hollering, especially when me and Little Duck pull out our things. They see it's about to go very bad in here. Blood is about to be shed, perhaps a massacre. And they holler. It's just Cupcake on them at this time. He's not a big dude at all, Cupcake. And he's not tough. But, whatever. You got a weapon, and he's swinging it. And these two dudes, they got weapons, bro. But they haven't got to them. They haven't put it out. They have, I know for a fact, these two individuals had weapons. Everyone in there did. These two individuals had weapons. They just scared. Having a weapon means nothing. They're scared. They're scared to use it. And so when Cupcake, after we felt like he did his little thing, that I rushed and I rushed and Little Duck rushed right with me, basically simultaneously. We rushed these two dudes. First, we just got on them. Having Cupcake believe that he's good, that he's safe. So we didn't attack him at first. We get on these two dudes, and Cupcake is with us. They hollering. One of them went up under the bunk, all the way under the bed, bro. Cupcake trying to pull a dude out. It was at that time, though, I felt like at that moment would be a good time to go ahead and get Cupcake as well. When he was down there trying to pull a dude out from under the bunk. So I did indeed. I attacked Cupcake, and so did Little Duck. We had mercy on Cupcake. We did not try to take him out. We really did not. The other two dudes were the target, and we wanted them out of the way for sure. We were trying to hurt them, if I'm being honest. But Cupcake, no. But he had to go. He had to go along with those other two. So he had to be attacked as well, just not as viciously. But he was attacked, was Cupcake. And we got up out of the cell and left them there to converse with each other, to commiserate. They were all bleeding and leaking, all three of them right there in the cell. But this is a daily occurrence there in YTS. This is nothing new either. You take care of business and then go walk right in the little chow hall and eat dinner. That's what me and Lil Duck did and left them there. You know, they went to the police. The police didn't even come down there and see them leaking. One of them ran out of the cell and went to the police. Didn't say exactly what happened though. But they said, you know, that they needed to get up out of there. And they did. All three of them left. They were gone. I thought about this over the last couple of days since I first told the story. I've thought about it over the years, of course, but man, I was just like, whoa. What I mean, because I don't know, bro. I'm convinced he was gonna put some poison in my food. I'm convinced of that. I can't believe these dudes tried that. They tried to put him up to that because they tried to rob him, and I was just trying to protect him. I can't believe that he was ready to go through with it. Just no fealty whatsoever, bro. I just put my neck on the line for you, man. These streets, boy, these gangs and all that is not what you think it is. Get out. And if you're already out, don't get in. Straight up. And when you hang out with the people that care about you. And when you're in a situation, get someone that cares about you, not because you want to put that person in a situation, but because you want to make it out of it alive. Your best chance of that happening is someone helping you that loves you, regardless of where they're from. I got individuals I'll go get right now that are not from my gang. Just because I know they care about me. That's it, man. Cupcake. He tried to take your boy out. The fake members tried to make it so that I wouldn't be here today. I was just thinking the other night after telling this story, part one, like everything that I've been through in my life. I'm gonna have to get into that in another video. Some of this stuff is crazy. It's gonna blow your mind. I'm just gonna have to do one video on just. I can't even do one video on it. But maybe a part 1, 2, and 3 or something on everything I've been through in my life, from childhood in the culture, in the game, when I first started banging, how I started banging, how I got put on, who put me on, and just some of the stuff that has happened from there, bro. It is gonna blow y'all mind. I think I'm gonna put that together, man. Stay safe. Cupcake, man, my boy. Cupcake is lucky, bro, because it could have got way worse than that. We were really trying to hurt the other individual, even Duck. And one thing I've noticed about real killers, seriously, is some of them, most of them, they have a heart. They have a soft spot. They really, the ones I'm talking about, I'm not talking about serial killer. I'm not talking about people who harm innocent people, kill women and all this stuff. I'm talking about people, who you just don't want to cross, but they don't bother you if you don't bother them. They'll never bother you, bro. I notice a lot of them have a soft spot. He had a soft spot for Cupcake as well, but it was his suggestion that we get off on Cupcake and get him out of there. I agree, but he just felt like that's just I care about Cupcake. I got love for him. But it's just the principle, bro. It's the moral. It's the ethics that we have to live by, the tenets that we must uphold at all times, regardless. I agree. Stay safe and stay free, people.